wanna be famous, they act like they made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause, ice on the red, on the red, watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
You're good. Ready.
They run with Taylor. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cook. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the 44, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he finds Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cousins, and he's able to find Diggs. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins on target to Diggs. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. 17-0 our score after 1.
Single, slot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they are now on the board here in the first half.
To Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Protein spill.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Shamar Stephen there on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. Well, going deep here for Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Exit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
Now Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he is onto the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Gun. Hey, yo. Go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah.
Cousins on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Here we go. Their own
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Cousins now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? So my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. Here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze buying time to his left. It's Hill, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans Dolphins territory. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Young lady. You kill. 21.
14-yard line.
Hey, Zoo.
Check, Mike.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Breeze. He finds Taylor. Complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, kill.
Mike, Hey, let's calm down.
Spud. Ready, catch.
Now, Breeze again. He gets it complete to Harris. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
Take 4.
5-1.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And this will be caught at the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Being chased out left. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
95-56.
Let's go, D.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Like you said, 3 rushing touchdowns, and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hey, turn it up. Easy, opposite.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
On 1st down, Murray. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's it. Big hit.
2nd and 11 at the Vikings
Kill.
11-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. To throw is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, Team 6.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On play action, now Breeze. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, but he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Give him 16 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Check. Check out. Sammy. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Switch. Here we go. Switch. 5-9. Jim.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
95-56.
On 2nd and very short. Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's out right at the 25. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.